A pretty darn good day today on earnings reaction day. Some warts, remember yesterday what we told you. We thought that there was a very good chance that a near-term little high was in, nothing, just maybe a little corrective action. We highlighted the oils, the financials, and the like that looked like for the second they topped. Well, guess what? Oils were pretty much, we'll call it half red, half green. Financials were pretty much doing nothing till about the last half hour when they had a little bid towards the end of the day. But overall, the indices, a couple things happened today that are muy importante. Notwithstanding, Amazon now, well, it's down about 120 in the aftermarket. We're still waiting on Apple, and you know what? They mean something to the market. The NASDAQ finished at a new closing high today. It was 15,403. We finished at 15,448. And the NASDAQ 100 finished at, if I can find it, 15,778. The old high was 15. Yeah, let's just say it's at a new closing high. Nothing bad happens. And we're not talking overall, because I got news for you. Plenty of things still bearish. We've named them all. But that is some good news for tech and the like, notwithstanding the individualness of mega cap names that do influence. And if Amazon's coughing one up in the aftermarket, if Apple joins in coughing up, and we will know for a little bit, and we should be on air when they do report. If they report okay, it'll just be Amazon. But what you've had is good reaction in Netflix, Tesla, Google, Microsoft. That's good stuff. And today, pretty darn good action in some other growth names that it pulled back, but may start to get going again. So, pretty darn good day today. A big wow. And again, let me repeat the most important part of the equation. The NASDAQ and NASDAQ 100 into new high ground. If it sticks, good news. Remember the words, if it sticks. And lastly on that note, the semis. If the semis can now move out, and they've got a bunch of work to do, that'll be good news also. Still has some work to do. Simple as that. Again, though, restaurants, airlines, cruise lines, A lot of the medical, a lot of the retail, Oils, looks like they're resting now. Nothing bad. Financials look like they're resting right now. Not bad. But when we look at the numbers on the Dow today, by the way, remember earnings. Earnings change the playing field for different names, like Merck. For example, it's done nothing. It was up 6 today, off an earnings report. And by the way, breaks into new high ground. We mentioned Caterpillar. We'll mention more. That's all up next on this, the one only Investor's Edge. So let me repeat one more time. You all are cool. You all are good people. I thank you. Even Jason, who emails me 6 times a day to tell me I suck at the market with fake email addresses, I thank you. A little update. I've got Apple in the aftermarket down $7, which is 107 times 1 is 7, 7 to the 40, $112 billion of market cap. But again, they just reported it just moved up $1 in the last 3 minutes. That was $16 billion. But Amazon's really not moving. It is down 180 juicy bucks in the aftermarket. Keep in that mind. That's $18 on a $344 stock. But still juicy. What else in the aftermarket am I seeing? Let's see. Anything of note? Western Digital down 8. U.S. Steel up 6%. Team. That's one that's been pretty darn strong. That's up about 5%. And little bits and pieces. Oh, Decker's Outdoor down 10. UGG Boots down 10%. That's a juicy one. Warner, that's Truckers down 5%. That's been strong. Starbucks down 2%. You mean my triple espressos and cutting the mustard there? I wonder if that's higher prices doing that. Anyway, so a hell of a lot going on in the aftermarket. And may I state also, the NASDAQ 100 now is now down close to 1%. It's only 1%, but it's a juicy percent because it broke into the old highs today. And now if nothing changes overnight, it'll be below. How's that for a lot? Whew. And it's not even 5 p.m. Up next. I think we have more to do, right? Yeah. I'm Gary. This is the one and only Investor's Edge. Okay, I think I did the market. Good day. The areas we told you we thought hit a wall yesterday, still not that great today. But the market strong, pretty much out of the box. Finished on the high note on the market. Apple and Amazon, which are two very influential names, especially the NASDAQ 100, a decent amount to the S&P. We'll see what it affects tomorrow. I will tell you that the SPY, it's down 0.25% in the aftermarket. We'll see. So, remember how I said to you, when my own experience stick out that I think are noteworthy for me to tell you, I tell you. One of the great examples was back in, I think it was 06, 07. I don't know exactly when. But I had gone on TV with the great Ben Stein and a couple of others on a panel. We were talking about the housing, which was insane at the time. And I said, and I pretty much am quoting myself, I'm worried about a housing and credit bubble. That's all I said. And Ben Stein said, Gary, you know how much I love you and respect you and think you're one of the smartest people on this planet, but you are dreaming. And I believe Neil Cavuto came out and said, but Ben, you live in Beverly Hills. Something to that effect. And I had told you, listen carefully, I had told you that I had known somebody that had like $8,000 in the bank, was able to buy a $250,000 condo in Boca. The company, the lender, gave them $280,000, enabling that person with only $8,000 to pocket $30,000, but you still owe $280,000. And then we started watching people lining up in vacant lots in Miami and putting a down payment on a condo that may or may not be built. And soon as they signed on the dotted line, advertised it, and sold it within days and made $50,000. And then Fortune magazine had the front cover, Real Estate Riches, where they interviewed people that were just broke and just started putting no money down. They were broke and got 100% loans on places, and then would put them up for sale. And some of them ended up being worth $2-3 million, even though they started with not a penny. And I just reported all this to you, and I just said to you, what I say to you, something to the effect of, I don't know if this is good. I'm just letting you know. I'm getting calls from people I know that have never asked me and have never brought it up, asking me about these obscure crypto coins that I've never even heard of. How their brother bought some 6 months ago and is up threefold. And I'm not going to name the coins for you. I never heard of them. And I'm just letting you know, in the last week, I've received quite a few. Let's put that in our file manager. You got that? Let's put that in the file manager. Obscure coins. Not even Bitcoin or Ethereum. No, they're too mature.